In this video, I'm going to talk about the next class of food additive, which is antioxidants and also a flavor enhancer. Okay, the first one is the antioxidant. So, food antioxidants are all of the substances that have some effect on preventing or retarding oxidative deterioration in foods, meaning it prevents the oxidation in food. Yeah. So the primary antioxidant terminates free radical chains and function as electron donors. So usually, if we have in the environment we have free radical that will be retarded by this antioxidant. So example of antioxidants are phenolic antioxidant, butylated hydroxyanisole, butylated hydroxytoluene, tertiary butyl hydroquinone, alkyl galates, propyl galates, and natural and also synthetic tocopherol and tocotrienols. Antioxidants are also known as oxygen scavengers because they can remove oxygen in a closed system. And the most common compound that are used as antioxidant is vitamin C, or the chemical name is ascorbic acid. Yeah. So other than ascorbic acid, you can also use another form of ascorbic acid which is more stable, such as ascorbyl palmitate and erythrobic acid, which is the D isomer of ascorbic acid. Okay, on top of vitamin C, we also have antioxidants which are called chelating agents. Yeah? So chelating agents, also known as sequestrant. So what does sequestrants mean? Is sequester or bind with metal ion. Bind with metal ion. Or in inorganic term, it is called ligand. Okay, so chelating agents are normally bidentate or polydentate ligands which are able to bind copper and iron, because copper and iron are powerful pro-oxidant. Instead of binding to the active site in food product, so they will bind with this chelating agent and leave the food product uh, unbinded, meaning the oxidant aspect of the food is still there. And usually, citric acid is widely used for this purpose, on top of amino acids and also ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, which are example of very well-known chelating agents used in food industry. Okay, antioxidant or the natural antioxidant are also present in many spices and herbs. So if you look at the chemical structure of active antioxidant that can be found in rosemary, so you can find two antioxidant. The first one is the carnosic acid and the other one is the carnosol. You look at this compound, they both have lots of OH group, okay, which lot of OH group and also unsaturated group, which is a common form of antioxidant. So the level of phenolic antioxidant permitted for use in food is limited. For example, US regulation allow maximum level of 0.02% based on the fat content of the food. And sometimes the antioxidants are incorporated in the packaging materials rather than in the food itself. So in this case, you can add a lot more concentration of antioxidant, which is up to 50 ppm. Okay, and then provided that no more than 50 ppm of the antioxidant become a component of the food. You can add more than 50 ppm, but you must be sure that not more than 50 ppm of the antioxidant is absorbed into the food. Yeah. Okay, in lipid or unsaturated fat or oil molecules, oxygen in the air will tend to react with these macromolecules and form compounds with unpleasant taste and smell. So that's why in this oil-based or fat-based food, antioxidants are added. For example, butter, margarine, and also potato chips. Chemical preservative, other than normal preservative, there are also examples of chemical preservatives such as sodium nitrate and sodium nitrate, which has been discussed in the previous video, and they are used as chemical preservative because they are toxic towards microorganisms, and they are usually added into the meat and sausages product. Yeah? And chemical preservatives like benzoic acid are usually added to fruit juice to kill microorganisms. Okay, the next class of food preservative is food flavor or flavor enhancer. So this type of additive are used to improve flavor and to replace flavor lost during food processing. So natural flavorings involve sugar, salt, vinegar, okay, but artificial flavorings include esters. Okay, for example, esters. Okay, if it is, have you ever heard of essence vanilla, which is used in making cakes and all that? So usually the natural one can be extracted from the vanilla beans, and there is also the synthetic one, which is called vanillin, and they are an example of esters. So natural flavors including sugar, salt, and vinegar, because when we cook, sometimes we add sugar to adjust the taste of the food. Or of course, we add salt to give the saltiness to the food. Okay, these are some common natural flavoring and their food additive. For example, from ginger, you can get ginger oil. From grape, you can get ester, methyl antranilate, and then lemon, we can get citral. You can get orange oil from orange, amyl butyrate, pear from pear, carbon from spearmint, and vanilla is from the vanillin is from vanilla, and also you can get spicy flavor from ethyl cinnamon food additive. Overall, there are three categories of flavor compounds. The first category is the natural flavor or flavoring substances. So these types of flavors are prepared by physical processes from raw material in their natural state or processed for human consumption. The second category is nature identical flavors, which are produced by chemical synthesis or from aromatic raw materials. So they are chemically identical to natural product used for human consumption. The third category is the artificial flavor, which belongs to the substances that are not present in natural products. Food flavor, the amounts of food flavor are usually small and generally do not exceed 300 ppm. And usually some spices and oleoresins are used extensively in sausages and prepared meats. Compounds have the ability to enhance or improve the flavor of foods are called flavor enhancer. It has often been suggested that this compound do not have a particular taste of their own. Okay, contohnya MSG ya. Kalau have you ever tried MSG? If you put on your tongue, the MSG actually does not have any flavor. But then when it is added into your food, it will become flavor enhancer. So this taste is sometimes described by the word umami, which usually derive from Japanese for deliciousness. Yeah? If you always watch cooking video or um, cooking video in YouTube or in TV from TV, they always use the word umami. Umami means like a meaty flavor, a meat flavor. Okay, and one of the flavor enhancer that is well known is MSG, monosodium L-glutamate monohydrate, and it is chemically isolated by a Japanese in 1908. So this flavor enhancer MSG is very popular in Asian food, in Asian food. Normally, if you live in Western countries, for example, like in the United Kingdom, you can only find this in Asian stores. Asian stores. Only Asian stores is selling this flavor enhancer, but it is not found in Western supermarket. MSG usually contain 12.3% of sodium, which is more than which is a lot more than the common table salt, sodium chloride. And if you already use flavor enhancer in your food, meaning if you add flavor enhancer during the cooking, it is possible to reduce the salt level without affecting the food taste. Because you already add the flavor enhancer, you can reduce the salt that you added to the food that you prepared. Okay, that's the end of this video. I will continue on the other types of food additives in the next video.